this today. The thing with Somaya is that shorty be around them niggas. And what I mean is that for someone who is crying on camera about being the community ball, the way she moving ain't matching the things coming from her mouth.
I just don't do shit like this. It's so weird. And I'm only addressing it online. I let everything else slide. Like I do. But if you come to something on the internet, I'm gonna address it on the internet. Period, point blank.
I've been real charitable to shorty because I understand we're a bunch of dreamers trying to make it with social media, but when your name is constantly surrounded in rapper related headlines, and this is after you was with the Twitch gooners, evidently you ain't learned your lesson. It's gotten to the point where it's starting to feel like shorty is moving on Tubi timing, and it's frying me bad because when I initially made my video on how everyone was calling her the community ball, I was hella understanding. I even spoke on the double standards and how there are pressures to collab with them niggas. But when you're beefing with other women over rap niggas, and I'm seeing you go back and forth with DJ Academics, you overdoing it with the Tubi gimmick. Everything from this point on is going to be the plot of a Tubi movie. Comment for the algorithm. Okay, so let me preface this all by showing y'all just how much of a clown show Somaya has been putting on. So do y'all remember when this happened?
What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
My name is Maya, but I have a boyfriend.
Say your name again?
Maya.
Maya.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you. Oh, man. I hope that doesn't get clipped. That's gonna...
Also, I need to mention, at this time, Somaya was 19 and No Cap was 27. Very weird circumstances, and honestly, it makes it easier for me to rationalize how everything else went. When I made my second video on Somaya, I was thinking that she had turned Floyd down, and I was thinking that No Cap was tripping. Why is everyone on her head? And then he responded to this clip by subbing Somaya on social media, and he put "stay loyal to the game," not him. So in my head, that validated everything I was thinking, but there were niggas saying that in the reflection of the car, you can see her giving her contact information. I never really seen it, but what I do know is that it did get confirmed by Raya when she was with Silky that Somaya did indeed give her number out.
Oh, when Somaya took the nigga number.
Yeah.
So you just confirmed it, okay?
No, she didn't take the number. He gave her. I mean, she gave.
So Somaya was just lying about getting Floyd's contact, and this would mean that No Cap was justified in what he was saying, until you realize that another girl named Chicago Hottie had exposed the fact No Cap was not only in her DMs, but he was following her, and he was also allegedly saying some stuff in DMs with Chicago Hottie's friends.
Your nigga got taste. Your nigga got taste. Your nigga got taste. And let me show you how easy your nigga is. This ain't even my messages. These ain't even my messages, bitch. But your nigga texting my bitches. Huh. Your nigga, hey, I don't even want to show them. I don't even want, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna keep it so P, I ain't even gonna show these messages.
So not only are they both probably cheating, from what I can tell, the beef really got ignited when Chicago Hottie had shown the internet a video of Somaya getting beat up. Yeah, I know, I told you, this is really like a Tubi movie. I don't think Somaya really started this beef per se, but it's like a quality of people you're around sort of thing. And it's what I was trying to get across when I made my first video on Somaya. If you're pursuing content creation, you gotta look at it like some shark infested waters. I don't think Somaya was curating her spaces well enough, and now she has all of these problems. This is a long distance relationship, according to her, by the way.
I just want to cuddle. That's another problem. Like, oh my gosh, I cannot do the long distance.
And this is after the whole Floyd Mayweather thing too, bro, so it just looks a mess. It's looking real messy. How do you go from publicly beefing with your rap boyfriend to talking about missing him because y'all are long distance? It's just about perception, and if you're going to cry on camera for the world to see because you aren't liking how you're being perceived, why are you allowing yourself to be perceived in that way? It doesn't make any sense to me. But I had to get all that out the way because we need to talk about Somaya and Academics, because he's basically accusing Somaya of turning into an industry ball. Y'all already know what I mean. There's no secret. In the industry, there are women who everyone knows and is trying to get a piece of. And don't get me wrong, I think the streaming space is hella misogynistic. I know niggas will say any woman is a goer or a whore, but it all goes back to perception and how you carry yourself. And if you've been seen around different types of rappers and different types of streamers, you know what energy you're giving off. Somaya has been seen hanging with Trippie Redd. And here's the thing with Trippie. This nigga recently had a baby baby with Coi Leray. And not only that, he cheated on Coi Leray before she was pregnant and apparently while she was pregnant. That shit is pretty evil, twin. No Cap and Summyah also had a little back and forth over this, with No Cap telling Trippie Redd to not act funny and Summyah telling No Cap to be loyal to the game and that she's single. And then Trippie responded to this by saying hashtag NDA, which could be alluding to either the album that he's trying to drop or the one Summyah could have signed. But when you see a streamer go from being around them niggas and then being around the rap dudes, you start understanding that shorty is playing with their own image. When you moving loose and you moving like your energy is something that is easy to access, of course niggas gonna call you a ball, bruh. I do wish we called more men community balls though, but that's neither here nor there.
And in all of these cases, time is always going to be the thing that makes me the winner. Because right now, you know, yo, trust me, the other rappers are inquiring about you like you're like the newest Ferrari truck. Yo, what's up with her? Yo, she got good head? Yo, they're doing Yelp reviews on you. I don't know if you know this. Like, no one's saying, oh, is she fun to hang out with at a vacation? This is how the conversation, yo, Somaya, yo, she fire now. Yo, how's the head? Yo, she free? She like girls? Yo, this shit tight? That's how the conversations is happening about you, gang. Oh, they didn't tell you. This is why No Cap was embarrassed. Even when you were staying at his house, he's embarrassed. You're staying at his house. He left to go fuck some other bitch, but he's embarrassed to say, oh, that's my girlfriend. And maybe, and I ain't gonna lie, I do think he likes you. But he's embarrassed. Trippie Redd just brought you on a trip. You know what he responded to No Cap with? NDA. Nobody wants to be like, listen, you're the modern day Selena Powell superhead.
Now there is so much to be said about this clip. First and foremost, this is kind of nasty, assuming it's true. If a bunch of dudes are talking about a shorty like this, they're definitely tripping. And it's definitely a pretty blunt showcase of how women are commodified and viewed. Not the video for that though. But I can also say that that's basically the harsh reality of the entertainment industry. And that's why I said, these some shark infested waters. And if you're a woman, I can't stress it enough. Stay away from this type of attention. This is literally succubus type stuff. They're trying to drain you. My subscribers know I don't like academics. He's a weirdo. But he's not saying this stuff for no reason. But academics and Summyah going back and forth really started with this video.
How much a man gotta make for you to take them serious? How much a month?
Over 6 figures a month.
I was just about to say, yeah, she's high maintenance, y'all. So I'll do over 6 figures a month. I think I should do that.
Academics has seen it and he was like, this sounds like some escort politics. And honestly, low key, there's definitely a conversation to be had about how social media is grooming young girls into this type of weird transactional lifestyle by glorifying this wealth and making that the goal when pursuing relationships. So yeah, this definitely doesn't sound right. If money is what makes you take a man serious, then is the relationship not transactional? If you are being bought into the relationship and it's being maintained by the money and you're throwing a little cooter around, that's definitely some escort politics. I'm gonna keep it real.
How much a man gotta make for you to take them serious? How much a month?
Over 6 figures a month.
I was just about to say,
And keep in mind, these girls are like under 25. They have a little bit of following on social media. Guys are flying them out left and right. These girls, when they're popping this type of shit, the guys who got the money fly them out. Maybe they think a bag is cool. I ain't buying no bitch no bag, but whatever. Like they're hypnotized by money. You fuck them for a week and you send them back. And they sit there, post a bunch of pictures of places you've been, shit you live in, cars you drive, and they get back on the track and wait for the other millionaire to fly them out. Like, it's kind of a sad life. I don't know how they make it look so lit. They make it look so lit. Like, yeah, you got to make this amount of money. Chat, these are the women you do not take serious. Like come on. Like, a woman that gives the criteria of how much you need to make, you don't take serious, period, right?
I really hate agreeing with this nigga, but he's just not necessarily wrong. If you got a price, anyone can fulfill it. I'm not saying you gotta date a broke nigga, but if you're putting numbers on partnerships and not substance, I know you're a bot. And it looks like Somaya might be friends with some goers. Also, I know for a fact academics be around those caliber of women. He's literally in the industry. He's one of the industry's biggest names. So I'd say he has some authority on spotting them out to an extent. Somaya did respond to this, but she was being homophobic, which is lame as hell. We in 2026. Homophobia gimmicks are very played out. If you're still being homophobic in 2026, you're lame as hell. I will say though, Somaya was right when she said academics is the type of dude women need to stay away from. The only issue is that she just never actually addressed any of what he was saying, so this response kind of falls there.
I do stand on what I said. I do believe that you are part of, or some of the stuff you're glamorizing is part of escort culture. And there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not telling you how to live your life. You're a 20-year-old girl. Everybody goes through mistakes. Listen, I've been younger and I've made my mistakes in different things I did. Not saying, listen to me, this is not a soapbox talk, but I do want to let everybody know because they're seeing a lot of these images. I always said this about like when you watch relationships, and by the way, all this got unraveled just like the gang shit. These days, the internet shows us so much, all of the facades are starting to break. Remember when we thought all these relationships were perfect, then we found out this person's cheating with this person, this happened, this happened. We used to look at Instagram and watch people just show cars after cars that they're buying for each other, this and the third, until we start seeing all this shit crack. So it is important that, you know how many girls who had no get lip fillers because they watch girls, maybe not necessarily her, watch other girls on social media make it look glamorous.
Honestly, hell must have froze over because Academics has been making some very, very good points. And that's really the purpose of this video. Less of me cooking Somaya and more of me trying to acknowledge the part she plays and how she's being perceived and discussed on the internet. I don't know or think or really care if she's an escort that's just going for these rappers and streamers, but she is around the rappers and she was around the streamers and she is around the materialistic women. That's basically groupie 101. Even if she isn't actually doing any of that herself, it just kind of appears that she's moving that way. And not to mention, just being around it and making it seem positive, it's just like Academic said, you're glorifying the lifestyle. And there's young women that see this, and it's really not what you want to be around. Those type of rappers or streamers, those people are succubuses. They're trying to drain your energy. We're more influenced than what we know, and that's really what it is. So with that being said, Somaya is still no bad energy. This is how I feel at the end of the day. But I will say, if you move like a groupie, niggas gonna say you're a groupie. That's really all I had to say. Subscribe for more unsolicited opinions. Y'all niggas be blessed. I'm gonna get up out of here. Bye bye.
Tears down my face.